This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, June 25th, but the year was 1678. The city, Venice. A woman, Elena Piscopia, is awarded a doctorate in philosophy, being the first woman to receive a university doctoral degree or a PhD. It was on this day, June 25th, 1876, the Battle of the Little Bighorn, the U.S. 7th Cavalry, under General George Armstrong Custer, is wiped out by the Sioux and the Cheyenne, led by Chiefs Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull, in what became known famously as Custer's Last Stand. It was on this day, 1929, President Herbert Hoover authorizes the building of Boulder Dam just outside of Las Vegas. It was on this day, 1942, that Major General Dwight Eisenhower is appointed commander of the U.S. forces in Europe. It was on this day, 1943, that Crematorium 3 at Birkenau is finished. It was on this day, 1947, the first version of Anne Frank's diary is published in the Netherlands. This day, 1951, the first color TV broadcast, The Arthur Godfrey Show. It was on this day, 1953, the first passenger to fly commercially around the world. It took 100 hours. It was this day, 1962, the Supreme Court rules New York school prayer is unconstitutional. It was on this day, 1978, that the first use of the rainbow flag, the symbol of gay pride, made by Gilbert Baker at a march in San Francisco is displayed. It was on this day, 1993, that Late Night with David Letterman airs for the last time. It was just a year ago, 2019, on this day, San Francisco is the first major U.S. city to ban e-cigarettes. But that was yesterday, June 25th. This is June 25th, 2020. A policeman is a composite of what all men are: the mingling of a saint and sinner, dust and deity. Statistics wave the fan over the bad ones. They underscore instances of dishonesty and brutality because they are new. What they really mean is that they are exceptional, unusual, not commonplace. Those are the bad cops. And buried under the frost is the fact that less than 0.5% of policemen ever misfit the uniform. What is a policeman made of? He of all men is once the most needed and the most unwanted. He's a strangely nameless creature who is Sir to his face and Fuzz to his back. He must be such a diplomat that he can settle differences between individuals so that each will think he won. But if the policeman is neat, he's conceited. If he's careless, he's a bum. If he's pleasant, he's flirting. If not, he's a grouch. He must make an instant decision, which would require months for a lawyer to make. But if he hurries, he's careless. If he's deliberate, he's lazy. He must be first to an accident and infallible in his diagnosis. He must be able to start breathing, stop bleeding, tie splints, and above all, be sure the victim goes home without a limp or expect to be sued. The police officer must know every gun, draw on the run, hit where it doesn't hurt. He must be able to whip two men twice his size and half his age without damaging his uniform and without being brutal. If you hit him, he's a coward. If he hits you, he's a bully. A policeman must know everything and not tell. He must know where all the sin is and not partake. A policeman must, from a single strand of hair, be able to describe the crime, the weapon, and the criminal and tell you where the criminal is hiding. But if he catches the criminal, he's lucky. If he doesn't, he's a dunce. If he gets promoted, he has political pull. If he doesn't, he's a dullard. The policeman must chase a bad lead to a dead end, stake out 10 nights to tag one witness who saw it happen but refuses to remember. The policeman must be a minister, a social worker, a diplomat, a tough guy, and a gentleman. And of course, he'd have to be genius, for he will have to feed a family on a policeman's salary. This is Ken Smith reminding you. It happened today, June 25th, 2020.